From Dungeons & Dragons to pro wrestling, the stars of True Blood have kept themselves busy ever since the fang-tastic show ended. Anna Paquin was already an accomplished Academy Award winner when she took on the lead role in the vampire series True Blood. However, snagging the lead role of Sookie Stackhouse definitely put the Canadian-born actor in the pop culture limelight. Paquin portrayed the beloved half-fairy character whose adventures spawned 13 books and 7 seasons. Sookie is a telepathic server at Merlotte's Bar and Grill when she meets a vampire named Bill, who introduces her to an entire world of supernatural creatures. She finds herself drawn to Bill because, unlike everyone else, she can't hear what he is thinking. However, this leads to dangerous situations, vampire politics, and werewolf drama before her story's conclusion. Since the finale of the HBO series, Paquin has been extremely busy in her acting career, working on other TV series like Bellevue and Alias Grace, voicing an animated character in The Good Dinosaur, and starring in a ton of films. In 2023, she starred in the Netflix film True Spirit about an Australian teenager who became the youngest person to sail around the world. Paquin married her vampire co-star Stephen Moyer in 2010 while the series was still in production. The pair have a set of twins together, as well as 2 children from Moyer's previous relationships. Paquin is extremely private about her children, telling Today, "You won't find any pictures of my children. That's a choice we made very specifically." A Swedish actor from a famous family, Alexander Skarsgård was a perfect fit for the 1,000-year-old Viking vampire Eric Northman, who first appears in the Season 1 episode Escape from Dragon House. At 6'4", he literally looked down on most of his castmates, giving him the air of authority and danger that the character required. Eric owned the vampire club called Fang-tastic, while also serving as sheriff of Area 5.
Well, aren't you sweet?
Not really.
Like Paquin, Skarsgård has been extremely busy since hanging up his fangs. He has appeared in a number of TV and film roles, including the title character in 2016's The Legend of Tarzan and Big Little Lies. In 2023, he wrapped up a lengthy stint on Succession and had 3 films released. The actor is moving behind the camera with his directorial debut film The Pack, starring Florence Pugh, and Skarsgård welcomed the birth of his first child with partner Tuva Novotny in early 2023. The only cast member who is actually from Louisiana, Sam Trammell played Sam Merlotte, who is the shape-shifting owner of Merlotte's Bar and Grill in True Blood. His character is the friend and employer of Sookie Stackhouse, and he helps her out of danger on more than one occasion. While Sam can technically transform into any animal he has seen before, he tends to prefer the form of a border collie, which is a copy of his childhood pet. Trammell is an accomplished actor on the screen as well as on the stage. He's been nominated for a Tony Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award, and he won Best Actor awards at the Boston and Chelsea Film Festivals. He has not slowed down since wrapping up True Blood, making appearances on various TV shows and films. He showed up on This Is Us as well as on Homeland. The 54-year-old is a father of 2 twin boys who he had with long-term partner and actor Missy Yeager. Trammell has gone behind the camera as well. He worked as both a writer and producer on the film All Mistakes Buried, which he starred in with Yeager. British actor Stephen Moyer portrayed Bill Compton, a Civil War-era vampire in the HBO series. He began as a love interest for Sookie, but it didn't take long before his ulterior motives were uncovered. Bill became more of an antagonist in the series in the later seasons before contracting the fatal vampire blood disease known as Hep V. Moyer started acting in local theater productions in his hometown, but he soon found himself touring as Romeo in an Oxford stage production of the Shakespeare play Romeo and Juliet. Making the jump to the screen, Moyer appeared in several British television shows, then onto film, and eventually landed in Bon Tom. Since then, Moyer has not stopped working, taking on roles as an actor, director, and producer. He also appeared in the After series as the main character's father, Christian Vance. Married to Paquin since 2010, the couple have often commented on the difficulties their careers can place on a marriage.
And we're all like, you want us to take our clothes off, don't you?
Moyer has also opened up about addiction and the work he has done with Santa Monica's Claire Foundation. Kristin Bauer was born in Wisconsin but moved to Los Angeles after studying fine arts. She played in various TV shows throughout the 90s and early 2000s before landing the role of Pam de Beaufort, who is the no-nonsense vampire descendant of Eric Northman. Pam was a minor character in the first few seasons, but she became a prominent player in the show's events starting in season 3. From 2011 to 2015, Bauer was in the fantasy show Once Upon a Time, where she portrayed Maleficent, and she has appeared in various other popular series. She is also a seasoned voice actor and producer. In 2021, she starred in the thriller Paradise Cove, and she launched a series rewatch podcast with Deborah Ann Woll called Truest Blood. Bauer has been married to South African musician Aubrey Van Straten since 2009. She is also an active conservationist who works with rescue animals in Los Angeles. Rutina Wesley joined the cast of True Blood as Sookie's best friend, Tara Thornton. The Tara from the show is tough and deals with her massive amounts of trauma with a quick wit and a sharp tongue. It's a different version of Tara from the books, but the viewers enjoyed Wesley's interpretation. Wesley's star has continued to rise since her True Blood days, with roles in high-profile television shows including The Walking Dead and Hannibal. She portrayed Nova in Queen Sugar to much success, winning Outstanding Actress awards from the Black Reel Awards for television. In 2023, she joined Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us. While portraying Tara Thornton, Wesley was married to Jacob Fischel, but the pair divorced in 2013. Reportedly, she was engaged to a New Orleans chef named LaShonda Cross in 2017, but the deletion of an engagement picture on Instagram has led people to believe they split. Joe Manganiello is the 6'5" American actor who took on the role of the alpha werewolf Alcide Herveau. Alcide was a love interest for Sookie, who came with a bit of baggage, namely an ex named Debbie Pelt. The werewolf first appeared in Season 3 but would meet his demise in Season 7. Manganiello may have caught the public's attention in True Blood, but he cemented his heartthrob status as Richie in the Magic Mike movies. His dance moves aside, Manganiello has also done a fair amount of work as a voiceover artist, lending his voice to characters from Star Wars to Smurfs. In 2023, he starred in the thriller The Kill Room. After his werewolf days, Manganiello has added producer, writer, and director to his credits. He currently has a Dungeons & Dragons documentary in pre-production that he will be directing and producing. He married Sofia Vergara in 2015, but the pair announced their separation in 2023.
You know, no one stays happy for too long in Bon Temps, and True Blood.
Born in Australia, Ryan Kwanten joined the cast of True Blood as Sookie's good-looking but dim-witted brother, Jason Stackhouse. Jason makes his debut in the first episode and is a main character throughout the series. In fact, he is one of 4 characters who appear in every single episode, along with Sookie, Bill, and Lafayette Reynolds. In the books, Jason becomes a werepanther, but he remains human throughout the television adaptation. Kwanten has been racking up the credits since the final episode of True Blood. He has voiced several animated characters and became a series regular on multiple shows, including a starring role in The Oath. While acting takes up the majority of his time, Kwanten has also managed to wear the producer hat a few times as well. In 2022, he was the executive producer for the horror film Glorious, which he also starred in. In terms of his love life, he has been linked to model and actor Ashley Cicino since 2013. A Juilliard alumni, Nelsan Ellis stole every scene he was in with his rendition of Lafayette Reynolds. Lafayette was a much smaller character in the book series and was murdered at the end of the second novel. In the show, he appears in every episode, and Ellis won a Satellite Award for his portrayal of the character in 2008. Unfortunately, the actor died in 2017 at age 39. His untimely death was due to heart failure, and his manager stated that Ellis was attempting to detox from alcohol prior to his death. His father provided a statement to The Hollywood Reporter stating, "His kidneys shut down, his liver was swollen, his blood pressure plummeted, and his dear sweet heart raced out of control." Prior to his death, Ellis appeared in several movies and series, including Elementary. He also directed and produced a documentary called Damn Wonderful and served as executive producer on several short films. Carrie Preston started acting at the age of 12 using her own front yard to create a one-woman show she wrote, produced, and starred in. She would eventually move on to bigger productions like My Best Friend's Wedding, which also featured Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz. In True Blood, she starred as the fiery red-headed waitress Arlene Fowler.
Honey, that scarf is double key.
After 7 seasons as Arlene, Preston went on to large roles in other shows, including Elsbeth in The Good Wife. She also starred in all 4 seasons of the award-winning nail salon crime comedy Claws. In 2023, it was announced that her The Good Wife character is getting a spin-off series. Due to her work on The Good Wife, Preston won a Primetime Emmy Award in 2013 for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series and was nominated for a Critics' Choice Television Award in 2014. Chris Bauer has been gracing screens since the 1980s, appearing in blockbuster films like The Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. In True Blood, he portrayed the bumbling detective Andy Belfleur in all 7 seasons.
Oh, fighting crime. It's a hell of a work.
One of the fully human characters, Andy is no stranger to the supernatural world, and he even ends up with half-fairy daughters in later seasons. Bauer has been steadily working for decades and is kept extremely busy after True Blood. He has appeared on popular shows such as The Deuce, The Office, and For All Mankind. One of his major roles was in the pro wrestling drama series Heels as Wild Bill Hancock. It's a role he is deeply passionate about, as he told Screen Rant, "It's been the joy of my career to play a pro wrestler on Heels." A classically trained actor, Deborah Ann Woll has a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in acting and attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London before landing her vampire gig on HBO. Her character Jessica Hamby does not exist in the original source material, but as a modern young vampire, she brought a unique perspective to the show and had one of the most dramatic character arcs. Jessica may have been a breakout role for Woll, but she has been extremely busy since the finale. She appeared in Marvel's Daredevil series, starred in several movies, voiced video game characters, and produced a podcast. Like her True Blood alum Chris Bauer, Woll is involved in a wrestling-related project. Queen of the Ring is a film about pioneering female wrestler Mildred Burke. Woll married actor E.J. Scott in 2018. She is also an active gamer, known for playing Dungeons & Dragons and participating at Gen Con events. Texas native Jim Parrack portrayed Jason Stackhouse's best friend Hoyt Fortenberry on True Blood. Hoyt was a mama's boy who wasn't afraid to do the right thing. While fully human, he had no issue dating a vampire like Jessica or dealing with the other supernatural phenomena around him. Parrack starred in a theatrical adaptation of Steinbeck's classic Of Mice and Men the same year True Blood ended, and he hasn't really slowed down since. He worked on several projects each year, including 2016's Suicide Squad and several episodes of The Deuce, with former castmate Chris Bauer. Parrack also played Judd on 911 Lone Star. While playing Hoyt, Parrack was married to actor Sierra Danielle, but the pair split in June 2014. He then had a 2-year marriage to Levin Rambin. He has been linked to ballet dancer Haley Walters since 2018. Award-winning actor Evan Rachel Wood held the guest-starring role of the vampire queen of Louisiana, Sophie Anne Leclerc. She first appeared in Season 2 and would show up occasionally in Season 3 and 4 until she met her demise on the show. The queen was originally from France and wanted to capture Sookie to consume her fairy blood. Wood wasn't even 10 when she landed on the silver screen, and she's enjoyed a thriving career since. Post True Blood, she has done everything from voice a Frozen 2 character to garner awards for her work on Westworld. Since her vampire royalty days, Wood had a brief marriage and shares a son with actor Jamie Bell. However, the pair split in 2014. Reportedly, Wood is in an on-again, off-again relationship with artist Ilma Gore. Both women are involved in a defamation lawsuit filed by Wood's former fiancée, Marilyn Manson.